Let's just go ahead and get to this week's picks, okay? Why don't you start us off with your pick of the week for the week?
Well, Luke, I'm going to start off in Aggie land, and I'm going to go with the Texas A&M Aggies versus the Florida Gators. This is my game of the week for the week. Now that the Aggies are in the SEC conferences, things are going to change in Aggie land. And by change, I mean losses are going to occur. The Gators are going to chomp all over Kyle Fields, take Florida, and get the points. It's as easy as a Panama City morning.
Thanks for that first pick, Bob. Let's move again to another team that's just joined the Southeastern Conference. You like the Missouri-Georgia game this weekend.
You heard me. It's my game of the month for the week. You know, they call Missouri the show me state. I don't like the attitude. Show me, I'll show you. I like Uga in this spot. Uga's got a good quarterback. They got some good young running backs. They got a coach somebody can name. What Missouri got? Some weird-looking tiger in a stadium that can't accommodate half the parlay family. Let's take Uga, lay the point, catch the cash.
Finally, Bob, here's a game that I know you're going to have a big pick on. Big game, 11 o'clock on ESPN this Saturday. Auburn traveling to Stark Vegas to play Mississippi State.
Luke, this game is a little bittersweet to me. You know they had a hard time recovering when Ted Roos left Auburn. That man was like a father to me. Even though most of my assets were seized last summer in the IRS investigation, I never would have had any of those assets if it had not been for Ted Roos and his porous defenses. That said, Auburn went out and got themselves the best defensive coordinator that would take their call, Ryan Van Gorder. I like this guy, Luke. I like him a lot. I bet you can't guess why.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say it's because of the mustache.
Close, but you're way off. It's the mustache, Luke. He has one. We mustache men are a dying breed over here. Bad adult films and the 1970s damn near wiped this out. But with Van Gorder's help, I'm bringing them back. Now, as far as the game goes, I don't know. Jim Chisnick has had a lot of trouble down there on the plains. I mean, the biggest win he's had without Cam Newton is a game of Parcheesi at the old folks' home. So, let's see. My game of the year for the week is, let's take Mississippi State.
Any reason for that opinion?
I don't know.
Thank you, Chicago Bob. Well, listen, I know you've got a lot going on right now, but we're going to start making this more of a weekly segment as we've had several of your players call us. We're working on a Chicago Bob T-shirt that'll certainly be for sale, and can't wait to get that out and rolling. Bob, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Luke.
That was Chicago Bob Parlay on the Handicap Spot, where we park you closer to your financial dreams each and every week. We'll be back in just a minute.